Hi, this is James from AndroidCentral.com, and we're taking a quick look at the Samsung Galaxy S3 Mini, which has kindly been sent to me by Samsung in the last few days. Obviously, this is the smaller alternative to the Galaxy S3. It's a smaller form factor, and obviously there's going to be a difference in the price as well. If we just have a very quick look around the device to start off with, it's not hugely different from its big brother. So over on the left hand side we've just got the volume controls. On the right we've got our screen on, off and power button. On top of the device there is the headset jack, and then over on the bottom we've got a microphone and the micro USB port. On the back is the speaker grill. There's a 5 megapixel camera lens, camera flash, obviously the Samsung logo, and then on the front of the device it's typical Samsung. At the top we've got our speaker grill, our front facing camera, our sensors, and at the bottom we've got our hardware our hardware button, and then our 2 capacitive buttons. Notifications are obviously accessible by the top. We can jump into the settings and have a look. That this is straight out of the box. It's running Android 4.1.1, which is nice to see, as we're still getting devices released by some manufacturers that that aren't running Jelly Bean. Well, we've obviously got the TouchWiz overlay on top of Android, so we can add our widgets and make it fully customizable. If we just have a quick look into the menu and see what we've got here. So we've got our widget selection, but then if we jump over to the apps, let's have a quick look at the camera, shall we? See what that's like. So the camera interface is much the same as we've seen before on Samsung devices. We've got the settings down the left hand side, we've got the toggle at the top right hand side to switch between camera and video camera, and we've got a camera shutter button, so it's just a case of pressing that reasonably quick, or we can tap on the screen to autofocus as well. Now, because I've signed into Google already, this has dragged in some applications that weren't pre-installed, but it's, what we get is all the standard stuff that you would expect. If we have a quick look at the web browser here, I haven't got a SIM card in this at the moment. It's actually connected via Wi-Fi, but it's taking us straight into the mobile version of Android Central, and we'll jump into an article and switch that over to like so. So we've got obviously our multi-tab in there. Let's jump into the full version of the site actually and see what that looks like. Obviously that takes a few seconds to load because there's a lot of content on the home page, but it looks good. Viewing angles are pretty decent. This thing, we've got the screen on the Galaxy S3 is a 4-inch Super AMOLED display. In terms of what this thing's powered by, we've got a dual-core 1 GHz processor in here. As I say, the camera is a 5 megapixel with the LED flash and VGA camera on the front. In terms of video recording, this does recording and playback in HD 720p, so not quite as good as its big brother, but not bad anyway. In terms of memory, this thing comes in both a 16 and an 8 GB variation, and it's the 8 GB that I've actually got here. It is expandable by micro SD, which supports up to 32 GB. And in terms of dimensions, obviously this thing is a lot smaller than the Galaxy S3, so we're looking at 121 millimeters in height by 63 in width and 9.85 in thickness, and in terms of weight it's 115 grams, so it's nice and light. Powered by a 1500 milliamp hour battery, so hopefully that should be good enough for the 4-inch display. But the beauty with this device is it's kind of given us all the options that we get on the Galaxy S3. Yeah, it's not as powerful. Yes, it's not as big, but it fits absolutely beautifully in the hand. I think this is potentially one of those devices where somebody's going into a shop to do an upgrade. Maybe they're not a smartphone geek, but they see this and it absolutely looks and feels glorious. It feels great in the hand. Yes, it's lightweight and the build quality isn't the best, but it still feels pretty sturdy. So overall, first impressions are very, very nice indeed. It obviously comes with all the usual applications on here. We also get I think there's Dropbox support for, I think we get 50 gigabytes free with this thing, which is pretty nice as well. So that's just a very quick insight into the Galaxy S3 Mini. First impressions are, this thing is pretty goddamn nice. Reasonably impressed, and I think this one might sell rather well. Anyway, that's just a quick look. Catch you later.